Hello, everyone, and welcome to another backtesting session with Ben and Roman for the smart money concept. How you doing, Roman?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Excited for another backtesting session. Let's hope it's going to be a little bit easier than last week, because when we continued our streak, it wasn't that great. Was a tiny bit of profit, right? Or was it a loss? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Let's forget about it.
Yeah.
Overall, it was still a profitable run in that market. Let's see, which one was it? Finished AVAX. Oh yeah. No, it was a loss. 9%.
Yeah, it is like we had two different backtests on this market. So one was a huge success. And then
a week later,
the second one was it was tough.
Yeah. I see Soda's here, Dimitro's here. Let us know if you're here in the chat. If you have any questions about what we're going to do, well, I'm going to explain what we're going to do, because we're going to be doing a backtest session. And what will you have me backtest today, Roman?
Yeah, that's the Bitcoin, the previous months, as we usually do.
Yeah, Bitcoin from the previous month.
February.
So that's 1st of February.
Yeah, you probably need to remove all the drawings.
Yeah. Just do remove drawings like so. And now it's like, I have no idea where we are. 78,000. 78,000. Yeah, I can't even cheat. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to be doing backtesting. What is backtesting? If you are new, backtesting means that we're going to be looking at the historic candles of a market, and we're going to be replaying them like they did in the past few weeks. But instead of waiting weeks to see each candle form, we're actually going to speed it up, and we'll be seeing them generating in an hour time. We'll do as much as we can. And we'll be taking the trades according to the smart money concept strategy. If you don't know what the smart money concept strategy is, then I would suggest to continue to watch today, because it's fun to watch anyway. And later on, go to the academy, alltrader.com/academy, and look for the smart money concept course, which is where we explain to you what the smart money concept is, how you can profit from it, and then how you can do backtesting, because that's important to learn a new strategy. All right, so normally we would start on the monthly chart to check exactly what the current state is in the high time frames. Looks pretty bullish.
Yeah.
So now we don't need to analyze everything. Obviously, we saw from end of 2022, we saw a nice uprise, as we all know, with the peak in October, the first crash also in October, and then we've been going 1, 2, 3, 4 months in a row in the red. Awesome. If you bought here, I feel sorry for you. I really do. Sorry. Okay, so what do we see? We see obviously that this fair value gap was filled, but there is another interesting thing that I just see. And that is that we actually had the inverse fair value gap touched. Now, isn't that cool?
Oh yeah.
That's the monthly inverse fair value gap. We don't even have that. So that was a full fill of the inverse fair value gap. It also collided with this bearish fair value gap on the month. High time frame, bearish fair value gap, like so. Didn't we have inverse fair value gaps? Yeah, like so. and make it monthly. Okay. Yeah, so we touched the high time frame, monthly fair value gap as well. Now, if you're wondering what is a fair value gap, it's just a block where you have a previous candle low with a 2 candles later high that do not overlap for bearish ones, and for bullish ones you have them here with the candle high and candle low. There is a gap in between. That's a fair value gap, and price tends to move between these points of fair value gaps and liquidities. Now, what are liquidities? Well, that's what we're going to be looking for now. So this point is a high point and is what we call a liquidity zone. And in this case, it's a buy side liquidity. And they are targets. So price can move to this. Obviously, price will move to an all-time high at some point, but we're on the monthly chart. That could take months, years, and theoretically it may never happen. Theoretically. Then we have another one here. That's a target. So those are the extremes on the monthly. Yeah, we kind of have a fair value gap forming here, but that will be decided at the end of February. We can't say that for sure now. Apart from that, I don't see anything else. So maybe we can mark this one as a nice sweep. If we get to this page, stage, target, and further on, yeah, we have, but that's what we discussed on the market overviews on Wednesdays. We have still a lot of liquidity here. Liquidity is when you see all these little nice lows stacking up in a nice either upward or downward trend. At some point, price will most likely touch back into this area to get the liquidity that is available around here, because a lot of people will be buying here.
Yeah. I think also we can mark this kind of monthly fair value gap fulfill.
Oh yeah.
And also this is the other monthly fair value gap, the small one. And probably even this like fulfill as well.
That's really
a lot of targets.
A lot of targets. But we're not going to get that low. It's February.
Yeah.
We're not going to see the 60,000.
Right.
Right. It's a little bit different because normally when you ask me to do a market, I have absolutely no idea what the market is, what it does. And obviously with Bitcoin, I have a little bit more of a clue where we are, because I know, for example, that I bought in February around the 60,000 line. Yeah. So by the way, we're going short here, and that'll be our first trade. No stop loss. No stop loss. Just go in 100% leverage. Go in there. No, that's not how we do it. That's if you do, you can do that, of course, right? And you can see for the fun, what would you have made if you did that? But that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to do this strategy to the best of our ability, not thinking too much about what we already know about this market. If you really want to fool yourself, you can, but you're not learning anything. And obviously, we want to learn from this. I've been trying to trade this, and I've been struggling to trade this market in real time. So let's see if the backtest is any better, because maybe it's just a matter of not setting my alerts properly, or not checking the markets often enough, or checking the markets too often, or getting the direction wrong, or something like that. That's what we need to be mindful of. Okay, so let's go to the weekly. We saw that the weekly here was taken. It's the wrong line. I want to have this line. So that was checked off. Yeah, monthly fulfill, nice. Moving down. Looks like on the weekly we're also forming a fair value gap. So yeah. This was a weekly fair value gap as well, making more sense why this reverted the position right here. There's some liquidity here, which I won't put in the chart right now because we know it's not going to go to 116,000 anytime soon. Apart from that, I don't see anything else worth drawing. Well, yeah, maybe this line. Let's just put it in there. It is a target. It is a target. I did manage to sell at that point, actually. I had a position open from this point. I did some DCAing, and then I managed to sell it here for a nice profit. That was good.
Nice.
But not smart money concept. Like, yeah. Then we move to the daily. So on the daily, we have a lot of fair value gaps already. It was even a daily fair value gap. This price level was stuck in fair value gaps.
Yeah, it was pretty strong resistance at this point.
Yeah, in hindsight, that's easy to say, because we believed that it would have gone a little bit further, right? We had hoped that it would go to this level, but yeah, it didn't, obviously.
Yeah, like one of the options was exactly what happened, but the other one, the more hopeful one, was to get to this level, because this would be the middle of the Fibonacci level, like the daily range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But as we discovered in the previous cycle as well, price just didn't get to that middle point.
Correct.
It just went straight down.
Which is what we saw here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are lots of fair value gaps in here that we could potentially draw. So let's see, just for practicing purposes. This one was already filled. Yeah, these are just so tiny. We'll see when we get here. This is a high time frame bearish fair value gap. Bit of liquidity here. We're drawing many lines, but that's good. It gives us a sense of direction. So as in like predictions. So what do we see in the high time frames? So we saw this impulse move, then we saw the correction move, which was slower, and now we see the impulse move again, indicating that at some point, we don't know if this is the bottom, but at some point you're going to see some kind of correction again, and then it's anyone's guess. Will we go up or will we go down? But this, normally you would draw it like this, and you could say it can go there, or there, or there, or there, or there. We don't really know, but this is the most likely scenario. So that's how you would approach it. So right now, I would say still looking for shorts on the daily.
Yeah. And also it didn't reach the target that we had. So this one, that was the monthly target.
Yeah. No major targets have been broken yet. Like even daily, not there yet. Weekly is the same here. Monthly is the same. This was the beginning of the fair value gap. Yeah, so no major target yet. So it's most likely going to grab liquidity here. Unlikely that it will go there, that it will go to 60 at once. Unlikely, but who knows? Maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
This is how you would approach it, right? And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, damn, it went there. Now that we got to the 4 hour, because I take it we're doing 4 hour, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
We can enable the smart money concept indicator. not having to draw the 4-hour fair value gaps manually or the Fibonacci retracement and the high swings. So that's good.
And this one doesn't seem correct. The Fibonacci.
Yeah, it's because there's no confirmation yet on the new swing.
Yeah, but it should take this one as the lowest swing then.
It's not confirmed yet.
Compare it to this one.
It needs to be higher. Remember, it needs to close above a certain level before it's considered a swing. We can adjust the algorithm if you want, but this is the algorithm that we created many, many months ago. And we're sticking with that for now. It's also like it's an indicator, right? It's not a set of rules that needs to be followed blindly. The most important indicator in this indicator is the fair value gap part. So if you want to reduce some clutter, you can just you can just say I'm not interested in these, but I do like the swing and highs and lows. Fibonacci I'll usually draw myself. So now we have a little bit less clutter. All right. We're at the 4-hour. I would be taking shorts on 4-hour as well, because that's where we are right now. We haven't touched major liquidity yet, so we haven't swept these yet. So there's no indication to look for a reversal yet. So we're going to be seeing if we can get a nice entry on a fair value gap. Oh, is this fair value gap? No, is this correct? Oh, do we have another chart or something? This doesn't look like the correct fair value gap.
Yeah, well, this is the fair value gap.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, there we go. Some weird calculation error. Oh, it's because the candle was loaded, not in real time. But oh, wait, we missed one because this was the fair value gap. So the entry was there. Jump back to here. Did we get an entry? Let's switch to 15 minutes. So the formation of the fair value gap was here. So now when it enters again, now we can check it. So this means that now we have an entry into the fair value gap and we have our shift point right here. So this would mean that if the price closes below that one, then we could potentially look for a entry, which is right here. Let's set this one to 10. So we have some nice funds to play with and we can work with better risk reward ratios. Does that mean that we go 10x leverage on our account? No, we do it risk-based and we say 1% risk. And our target would be, the first one would be this one. And that gives us a 3 at least. So this is a trade that we could take. So that would be the first one. Let's remove the shift part. Okay. And let's see. This is then that painful move until we get into the clear and we see it moving towards our take profit. Nice. That's the first one.
Pretty good?
Yep, pretty good. 3% profit, 3.4% profit. Could we have targeted more? Probably, but as many of you know, I'm pretty conservative in my trades. So if it's anything above 3, I'm good with it. Okay, so now it's time to look for the next trade. So we can switch back to the 4-hour. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we now have this 4-hour one, and okay, so this was the lowest point. So we did sweep. We did sweep liquidity on high time frames. So if we get a shift on like a high time frame, like for example the daily, that's way too far. That would be here. So 4-hour, If we look at the 4-hour one, let's just remove this one. So then the shift would, well, you could potentially take the shift here, as this was the high was formed before this one. So if you look at a lower time frame, this would be the actual high point. So technically you could say that this is a 4-hour shift, but if you want to wait a little bit longer, you can also wait for this one in order to consider taking a position in the opposite direction. Otherwise, we can see if it either, well, if it goes above it, then we could still see a potential entry for shorts. But what would you say, Roman? Would this be your shift?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not sure if I would even take the 4-hour shift here, because the liquidity that we've taken, it was like a couple of months ago. So 4-hour is not a good time frame
So
to
you
look for the shift.
Yeah, you would want to wait for the daily shift in that case.
Yeah.
Right, and the daily shift would be here, so that's way too far. So that means that we're actually still looking for shorts, and that means that we have to look for something above this one still, because otherwise we don't get the entry. Okay, now we're taking more liquidity. These targets have now been hit, so we can remove those. And the direction is still short. So as you can see, there's a tiny, tiny fair value gap right here, giving us a shift right here. And that means that we still continue to look for shorts. Now, this is always a little bit tricky because the shift is there, but the move is not great. Okay, but we can still see if we can grab this trade. Now, that would be the entry point, 1%, but in this case, we would need to target, yeah, kind of this point. Then we get our 3. And then we have a nice liquidity point right here. Okay, let's see if we can get filled. And in this case, we didn't. Now, if you had set it up, let's check what would you need to have targeted? Because I always like to learn, like I'm conservative, but in order to get a 3, when we need to reach at least this. So it's a mistrade, but also from mistrades, you can learn, right? If you don't learn from mistrades, then you could never improve your strategy. So this would be the absolute perfect entry point if we can reach this. But on the 4-hour, like the issue that we have is that on the 4-hour, we have nothing that gives us a target that is anywhere close to being recent. Like we have these fair value gaps, but they're so old that there are no indication that the price will revert from that or even go to those levels. So yeah, that's the issue. So for now, we will cancel this position because our profit target was reached. It would have been a good trade, but it didn't reach our entry. So we have a mistrade. Let's wait for new fair value gaps. Now, in this case, we could see that, no, we're not there yet. There we are. Okay, so if you had set it up on the exact shift with a 3 risk reward ratio, you would have gotten it, which would have been great. But we didn't do it, and it was conservative, and we missed the trade. It's annoying. I've had quite a few missed trades in the last few weeks as well. But we get another fair value gap. So let's see if we can, we get one closer. So we do the same thing again. We're here. We're seeing a shift point. We see a nice reaction on it there. Microphone is in the way from the keyboard, so I can't really see the shortcut that I'm pressing. Again, we have this problem. It's very difficult because there's no trade here. So then,
yeah. Also, what I realized about the previous month, because I wasn't able to either open positions similar like this, so it just didn't reach my entry, or I opened my positions that were too aggressive and I ended up losing. And I realized that maybe in times like this, it would be better to lower my risk reward target to something like 2 instead of 3, because there is just nothing you can do.
Yeah, but if we look at the 4-hour chart, then this doesn't look strange, and this is a daily target. Then at least it gives us something from historic values that we could use, and then we get our 3, or in this case even a 4. But let's see if we need to just that's on the shift itself. So I think, don't stare blindly at the 15-minute chart, because the percent, or the relative difference between the low point and the high point, in this case for the short, can seem big, but in actual context on the 4-hour chart, it's very small.
Yeah.
So here, yeah, that's fine. Okay. So we got our fill in this case. And we got our profit. Just about right. Oh, like even if I had tried it differently, I wouldn't have. And this is a tricky one, right? Because you need to have you need to have your alerts set up correctly with the price. Like if you hadn't set it up like this with a trigger type on bar close, the chances of you getting this one are small, right? And that's my issue that I had in actual trading. Like this would have been a time that I'm perfectly capable of trading, but I missed it. Like I didn't take this trade in real time.
Yeah.
So
I also noticed happening to me a lot when I just miss in positions by 15 or 40 minutes. I'm just not around at that time when I need to open a position.
Yeah. And that's frustrating, but it's part of it. Then we get another fair value gap. Then we get to those levels that we never thought we did, but we did anyway. It grabbed this 60 point, which blew past all the levels that we had, all the fair value gaps that we had. It blew past it. And we, I had my first buy order set at the 60,000 level, because I expected the price to be going there. I don't know if I expected it in February already, but at some point it was likely to go there and then have some kind of correction. So I had this order set up for a very long time already, and then it hit. So at that point in time, it's a little bit like being careful, because it could go further, but there's also a high probability that indeed it would bounce off this one, and this would be that first scenario that I explained, where you had the impulse, the correction, another impulse, and then the start of the correction again. Need some space.
Yeah.
So that we get a correction starting from here. This is literally what my plan was in the beginning anyway, right? It's easy to say now because we know that that's what happened, but it truly was what I had, and that's why I had my buy order here. I haven't sold my buy order here yet. I'm still waiting for higher levels that we haven't reached yet. It's somewhere around the 80,000 level based off this one. But yeah, it was a high probability that this was the impulse move, and now we're going to see a correction phase again. Hopefully with a little bit more correction to the upside. If you want to know why, well, look, we explained it in a Wednesday session where we looked at the last cycle. And in the last cycle, around this March time, we did see a better recovery. And then it dropped down to the absolute low point in October, from where it took another 6 months or something like that to really started to run back up. So yeah, I expect to sell my order here and then take out the orders that I have set up all the way down to 40,000. But it's a different strategy, but it helps me as well to understand, especially when I'm trading Bitcoin, helps me to understand the long-term direction of where I think it's going to go. Okay, so we have 2 trades that we took. Nice 7.5% profit, 1 missed trade, but that was because we had a floating target. Yeah, because it's not exactly like this candle, it's further down. So we would have had to target something way further down, and then it would be way too far. That's why I skipped on the trade. Okay, let's continue. So we have this 15-minute fair value gap, or 4-hour fair value gap. We could potentially see if we have an entry. Shift would be here, but it's a very meager shift. And also we just closed that. We have a shift here, even from this point on to this point on. We have a shift on the 15-minute. On the 4-hour, we have nothing. On the 1 hour, yeah, we even have a shift on the 1 hour. So this is kind of dangerous territory, right? This is also like that indication of the price reversing with the 1 hour shift.
Yeah.
Especially after such a massive dump.
It's like it's a really tricky reversal. Like it's really hard to notice why or when it actually reversed. So yeah, it's interesting to see how you'll deal with this one.
Yeah, it is interesting. But yeah, right now I would be very cautious, especially because we have that 1 hour shift already.
Yeah, so you can also switch to daily and see what's going on, because remember, this is like a really high time frame target that you've taken here. So it's like almost a year back liquidity or something like that.
Yeah, but if you look at the daily right now, you would say it's very bearish, right?
Yeah.
But that would be the same case would be for this part. If you're here, you would say it's very bearish. But if you start looking for shorts on the daily, you're going to be shooting yourself in the foot, right? If you were taking it here, you would be shooting yourself in the foot, because it did move further down. And this is where we can do that Fibonacci retracement again. We have that middle line that we could potentially recover to. Now in this,
and also I believe that this daily candle is not closed yet. Yeah, it's not closed yet.
No, it moved up. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I would be very careful with the shorts right now, because it made such a massive move. It took out a key level of support. Big buyer stepped in. I know, because I took a big buy. It's not a big buy at all, but it was one of my investment buys, meaning that I'm not the only one that was buying here. Like a lot of people would be buying there. And now we have our 4-hour shift right here. So let's see. Right now, I think I remember saying it to you. I'm not sure to go long yet. because we haven't had the 4-hour shift. Because you were already looking for longs, I think.
Yeah, I believe that I was looking at the 1 hour order flow or something like that. Or even 15. Yeah, I need to check that.
And I remember not to go long here.
I believe that I'll either open position or place my orders on this order block.
Yeah.
Or I mean for a gap. Yeah. And then on 15-minute, I believe that there was a nice order flow.
Yeah, so we could see, because potentially, like, I know that I didn't take any positions here, and I wasn't planning on taking them because I didn't think the move was there. But as we're backtesting here, we could see how we could have traded it if there was anything. So here, shift would be here. Looking at this right now, I can already say that I would never have taken the trade right here. Like, there's just no way. Okay, so we have another one. Potential. No entry here, entry here, entry here. On this one, that's the close. So let's go back to this candle. Yep. So now we have our close above it. We can go to 4 hour and look. Oh, wait, let's set this up. So stop loss there. Entry at least here. And 4 hour target. What do we need to target? Yeah, this is this was the first one. That's the tricky one, right? But then you would look at this one, the next level. So if you were taking it, I didn't take it because I wanted to wait for this one. But if you were a little bit more aggressive, then you might have already considered taking it, and then this one would be a potential target. And what do you know? It gives us the exact 3 that we're looking for. So let's not risk not getting the trade and place it. And we're out.
Yeah.
And this is exactly that sweep that we saw. And this was what I was afraid of. And that's why I didn't take the trade. I needed to see a close above this one before considering going long. And now you can say, yeah, well, you already do that. Why did you take the trade? Yeah. And I think at some point when it was taken too long, because I know like this was just painful to watch because it was just going sideways. And I think I even set up a grid bot at this point because I had a grid bot running for a few days or a week, actually.
Yeah. I think we can try to, I don't know, maybe try the range approach here if you want.
See a range trade?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if this will help. But yeah, I mean, the market is really tricky.
Yeah, no. And I was really confused at what to do. I know, because I struggled with this period, because it has the potential of going bullish, but now we're seeing a bearish move. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, and we had many discussions together about this. Like, what could we do? And as the longer this period took, the more I was like, okay, well, now we can maybe start to take some longs. And I tried. I tried to take some longs, but that was a little bit later. Yeah, because I saw these, and I did I kind of was afraid. Like I didn't know, but I kind of was afraid that it would go down here. Then at some point, I don't know exactly what triggered it, but at some point I was like, okay, maybe now we can look for a long again. I think it was this one where we had this clear. So this was the low point, and then we had a 4-hour shift right here. So it's not this one. But from this low point, from this swing, now we had that shift. And so I think after this one, I tried to open up a long when it was possible. And this is where I think I missed the trade. I mean, I know I didn't manage to open the trade. So for some reason it was a miss. Okay, but technically it's here from there, so we could see where I went wrong. Because I think I was targeting this point, maybe a higher point. Yeah, I think no, this point I would have targeted, and then it was a 1.9. Yeah, and then I can apply the. I think this is what I did. Yeah, and I tried to I tried to be a little bit greedy here and go for a 4. And I think that this is where I went wrong. Hopefully I'm playing it as I did. No. I wish I had done this then. Unless it was a stop loss. I did also have some stop losses hit. And otherwise, I really need to study with like after this what I did differently. So technically, shift would be here. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's such a tough market to trade.
It is. Yeah. Maybe I took this one. And then, oh, we're already way in there. Jump back here. I also know that I was a little bit late to the party sometimes because like the price would have dropped and then again, and then like I would still have my alert set here, not move down here. Because yeah, that would be like too late. Like at this point in the evening, I would not be opening up my laptop again.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have the close. And you see, it's still really difficult to remember everything about the chart. And I was watching this chart quite a lot. No, this would be the target. Move back to 15. Nice little fair value gap right here. Let's see if we can get a fill there. Okay. And nope. Ooh. This sideways movement is just so difficult to watch. Oh yeah, and then I remember those moves. Like it would just be like bam.
And I'm looking at my actual chart, and I had the same position on my live account, just exactly the same.
This one?
Yeah.
It was a tempting one, yeah, but yeah. I mean, there would be more in it, I suppose. Let's see. I think if you had this as target, you would have obviously made it, but there would be I assume that there would be a 3 in there. So this would be the stop loss. The target would be this fair value gap, the top of it. And yeah, so it's in there, right? I even, yeah. Yeah, it's way in there. Like even the bottom of the fair value gap would have given you just a 3. If I had set it up a little bit more conservative, in this case, I would have made it. But that's Bitcoin. And that's why you do these backtests, right? So you can see and learn from the setups, especially in this market. And Bitcoin is painful, especially when it does this. It's so painful. Like that's the low point. There's the shift. Enter here. Nice little target there. Yeah, this would be the first target, really. That's the one that you'd like to get. But then you would need to go, yeah, target here. Maybe this one? Yeah, okay. But it's not, it's, well, let's see. I don't remember. Okay. And that's when you have the direction all wrong. And that's so difficult, right? When it's a range trade. When it's the range trade, then we, I mean, how much we still have a little bit of profit left. But at some point, and that's the thing, right? At some point, you're going to be turning the market, and this is just unfortunate. Oh wait, we have it here. Yeah, I was just going to say the shift would be here, but it's not. The shift is here, and then we can target this level. Now we have a nice 3.5. It's just a matter of will it grab our order? It did. Will it then take the profit? Or will it yet again sweep the liquidity? There was some major market manipulation here. And like, I think we were questioning, like, are they offloading or are they loading?
Yeah, you never know.
Jeez, that's a good thing I didn't have that much time to trade, because I'd be frustrated. 2.4%. And we're desperately, I think that this is what we're doing wrong, right? So we're desperately trying to find that reversal that pushes it past this level. And I know that that's, and right now, obviously we know that the price went above this one. We know, right? So, and I'm not, I mean, obviously I'm trying to catch this, but this is exactly what I was doing. Like, I'm not playing this differently than I was at this stage. I was actively looking for longs. I missed these longs, luckily, because they failed, but I also haven't had a successful long. So what I'm trying to do here is to actually spot the reversal and see if we could have caught it, and if we then get all the possible entries, or if Bitcoin does Bitcoin and the one that actually does recover the market turns out to be a miss and you couldn't get into the trade. That's, Bitcoin, always a possibility. It's a weak move, but then when it does finally pass above this one, then it's okay. But yeah, then here, let's see, 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour target would be here. That's a 2.3, not enough. So then we go back to this point. Let's be this point. No, not enough. Yeah, then we might as well just set it below the candle, because And let's see. Okay. So we grabbed it and another one.
Yeah.
We have another target right here. Yeah. I really need to analyze this to see what I could have done, because I was doing this. Like I like I said, I missed the trades. Here, yeah, where was the entry? All the way up here. Oh no, technically here. So here. Okay, wait, let's go back, because we might have found the winner here. Oh yeah, this was the close. So below here. So where could we have got it? We would already be there. Okay, yeah. And then do we have our 4-hour target anywhere close? Yeah, this one you would want to target this one. It's a 250. We need to have it a bit lower, 2.8, and then you're gonna see that we're gonna miss it.
Yeah, I just wonder what is the reason of taking the long now, of waiting for the reversal.
What do you mean?
Like, what is the point of interest that is the shift is based on?
Basically, this whole area is order block.
Well, yeah.
And lots of liquidity here, so this whole area is a potential reversal on the 4-hour. Also, there's a high target right here. So, I mean, but there was that was also the part, right? If you looked at the shorts, there was no entry here, so you couldn't have entered on this move. And
yeah, I suppose like with these candles, there is just nothing to take. So it is like you can barely call this a structure, even though it's kind of a structure, but it's hard to see. But probably if you switch to 1 hour, then you would be able to see something. Yeah, like this is more or less looking like a structure now. So I wonder, like, for myself as a conclusion for times like this, so it's either just to step away from the chart and not even touch this, or set up a grid bot and just relax, or maybe switch to the lower time frames and look for something on 1 hour, and also use smaller targets. So instead of 3 risk to reward ratio, using 2,
yeah,
or something like that. Because all the moves that I tried to trade, they were so unpredictable. Like as soon as you think that you've seen the confirmation on the reversal, you open the position and it ends up reversing to the other side. So yeah, it's really tough to trade.
yeah. Let me see if I can spot the market. That maybe I can pull that in. And see if we can find the positions that I did take and all lost. We can compare that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so I was taking that's 20, that's the 26th already. So I skipped this whole period. My first alert was here. So I waited even longer. That's not to say that I was successful, because look, loss, like I didn't catch any of them.
Yeah.
But it was nice to know that I skipped this period, at least. I managed to stay out of harm's way because this would have been a bad period to trade, as we see. 15 minutes. Oh yeah, are we going to catch this? That's the question. Okay. Okay. And yes.
Hey,
It was there. Oh, it was there. There was one. And that
yeah,
is,
so you can see this was the reversal that I would not expect to happen.
And I
because,
was,
like, there
I mean,
is
looking at it right now, that's basically what I was trying to do the whole time. But that was more of
Yeah.
like thinking that I had already reached the stage of where I did that in real time, but I didn't because, yeah, looking at the chart again, I started here, and my first alert was here on the 23rd. So where are we right now? So I still wouldn't even like I didn't even consider taking anything. It was still too vague for me. You see, you do these backtesting, you think you're in a period, you think you recognize the candles, and then you're way off. But nice to know that even if you try to catch every single opportunity that you get, that you still end up in profit. Like you're not going to be you're not going to be happy about this. You're not going to be like cheering up the top of the roofs that you're like, woohoo. But I mean, if you can manage to get 4.5% profit with all these failing ones, it just shows me that I do need to watch it more because there are more opportunities to catch that we're leaving on the table.
Yeah, but also, like, this is a pretty tough market right now.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, I would say it depends on your personality as a trader. So for some, it would be better to just look for more opportunities here because there are some. But for others, it might be just to go away and wait until you see a clear structure.
Yeah.
Because it might be like too stressing.
Well,
if
the structure
trying
is
to
here.
force yourself.
It's just not a very good smart money concept structure. It's a range that we're trading in, and
yeah,
and those are very difficult to catch, as we see. All right, let's see if we can find any more. Then you get these periods without any fair value gaps. Did I? No, I did not take anything here yet. But was there a short? That's the question.
But it's like it's at this point it's kind of trying to catch
anything in a fair value gap.
Every fair value gap, yeah.
Anything in a fair value gap. Here, there, you would take it. There's no trade here. There's not even an entry here. So, whoa, hello. Bitcoin falling off the screen. Jesus. Sorry. This just looks like one of those typical meme photos, right?
Yeah.
Where they kind of hit the y-axis and you don't really see the price movement, and then you see this and it's like Bitcoin, what did you do? And then it's only a move from 67 to 65, but still. Yeah. Okay, so potentially another short opportunity, but terrible shift. I mean, inverse fair value gap at most. So there, if it goes below that, well, actually, if it goes below this, so technically, yeah, let's just mark it. I mean, I never take these anymore because I've been burned way too many times. But this, for people at home, this would have been a correct setup. So you could enter when it closes above that, and then you can take any any trade. This trading view thing is really annoying. Need to get a different chart,
Yeah.
Roman.
Okay,
Okay.
I can create one.
Okay. Yes. Hey, MS trade. So it would have been. It's a perfect inverse fair value gap trade. So this, if you're wondering, like, how would you normally trade this? Well, this is how you would normally trade this, but there's a sideline thing. You would use half the risk. So normally we take 1% risk. In this case, you would take 0.5% risk. So you would get 1.5% profit on your portfolio if you did that. Still not bad.
Yeah.
Still not bad for, what is it? Less than a day, a few hours.
Yeah, it's also interesting that on Ethereum, you would actually see the move like this with the actual shift. But on Bitcoin, it just didn't happen.
Oh yeah. Including the shift. Well, I won't speak out your name on the channel because we might get banned, but thank you for all the education. Well, you're more than welcome. But the name is a swear word in Dutch, so I won't I won't pronounce that. Where are we? 4 hours. It did not enter. It did not enter. It went straight through it. Yeah, so it touched. It went to these points again. Not quite this point yet. And then here you could see another 4-hour shift. Yeah, there. So let's look for longs again. No longs. Not possible. Would have been great. I mean, here. Was there a trade? Did we miss one? Let's see. Here. Low point. That's not the, so the shift would be here. Whoa. We need to zoom in. So yeah, oh well, there was it. The so technically from here, but then the question is the risk reward ratio enough to catch it? So first there, and this would be very difficult to catch because this would be the first trade. So then you need to target this one. Yeah, there's just no way that I would have taken this.
It's not too bad.
I mean, it's a good trade apparently. It's definitely a missed trade, but not one you would take because this is the first one after a reversal part.
Oh yeah.
So you would definitely have to wait for technically this part. That's the 4-hour shift here. So getting along now here could potentially be interesting. We even covered this level. There's this level left, 71. Could potentially work. But then we need to see some kind of fair value gap entry right here. I think I even took these trades, didn't I? Yeah. Because this is, oh no, it's March. We're not there yet. Oh yeah, we're here, I think. 26. Yeah. Yeah. So I took the long. Let's see. I'll probably take the long again. Okay, so we have the close above this one. So the long is in. Play, could enter here. Let's look at the 4-hour target. What would I have targeted? Yeah, this I would have targeted. And then I would have to lower this one. 2 or 3. Maybe even this one. And I would have, I think I even messaged you about this. Like, look, my order got filled. Look, my order got filled. How can you, how am I? And for a few hours, I was like, whoa, I got my order filled. Amazing. Yeah. Like, look at it go. It's amazing. Damn it, Bitcoin.
Yeah. I think there was also the other trade that we opened on Solana and Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah.
That was closed like 20 minutes after it was open.
And this is exactly what we did, right? Like, yeah, you can see it here. It's there. Like, look, Ma, I got it. And then yeah, it's like, nah, you didn't. Okay, and then we dusted ourselves off, and we were like, okay, let's try again. Where do we try again? It's like, why didn't I go short? How are we doing actually? 3.5%. Okay. I don't see much because there's nothing to go on based on this. Like, you can't take a trade. Shift is way too far. Forget it. No trades here. Okay, let's see. Okay, did we miss one there?
Yeah, and then it takes off.
Yeah, exactly. And then it missed. Oh, yeah. I remember this one as well. I say that. Yeah. I do remember taking trades that never reached the entry. So this was the, and then targeting, obviously still targeting this nice little target right here, like so. Getting crazy risk reward ratios. I can set it up. It's not going to reach it, or maybe it is. Nice. Yes, I got filled again, Roman.
Yay.
Would be my message to him. And then we would say stupid crypto. Like, we should show our chat messages, because this is exactly how it went. Did I take this trade live as well? Yeah, I did. No, we're.
It was the 1st of March.
1st of March. Oh, we're already 1st of March. I messed up another one.
No, we did have.
Where did I miss a trade? Oh, here. There was one here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed it here. It's this one. And then 1st of March. 1st of March, I didn't do anything. Yeah. No entries. Nothing. Yeah, you can't take these. It's still nothing. Let's see. Can we? Yeah. And then it takes off, right?
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is the end of month, so we can get back to this one in 20 days.
Oh, well. But I am kind of frustrated now, Roman.
Why?
Because I was watching it. I was trying to get it. Why do we have 2.5% in the backtest? And why do I have here no positions, these three here with 3 losses?
Yeah, but
and no profits.
if you look back at the backtest, you'll probably find a couple of positions that were opened like during nighttime or something like that.
Oh yeah, and then let's see. This one.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Let's see. We would have set it up here. 1 o'clock. No, I would have missed that.
Yeah, well, at 9 you would have opened it, probably.
I could have opened it in the morning. Yeah, true. I could have opened it in the morning. Okay, so potentially true. If I check the market more often, I could do it. Here, close. Oh, actually, we need to look at the 15 minutes, of course. Can't. Oh, they're still floating around. It's the charts right there. So here it broke, entered. Oh, wait. Middle of the night. I would not have taken this.
Yeah, I mean, you could have placed the order here as well. It would have been taken, but I don't know if you would take that, if you would do that.
Yeah, I have done in the past.
Yeah, this had like kind of
okay, so
10-hour buffer.
Yeah, and an even better result if you had managed to place it there. But you probably would have woken up and set it at this level anyway. So then it would be here, and it would be reached because this was 10 o'clock already. So okay. So we managed to take this trade. Then we have this one here, perfectly within limits, right? So those are our 2 profit ones. Then we have this one that we could have taken. It's within trading hours. Then we have this one within trading hours. Here, closed above here, 10 o'clock. No, for me this would be too late. Yeah, that would be too late. So I missed one of them. This you would have set up before that. So the entry is based on, what is this entry? This is based on this one. Yeah, closing, and then this one. Okay, so yeah, the close was here. Too late. But then the next morning, would I have picked it up? No. So this trade I would also missed. This one, what I would have caught. This trade, yes. And yeah, the missed trades. It's a shame. They were both good. 10 o'clock, technically I could have placed that already before, so yeah. 9 o'clock, yeah, should be fine. So I would have taken the profitable ones and skipped out on 2 losses. So I would have had 4.5%.
Yeah.
So I need to check the charts more often. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, maybe if we could have some kind of a scanner that alerts you when there's fair value gap.
I mean, because even like 11 positions and 27% win rate, that's a ridiculous low amount, and still then 2% profit. I mean, yeah. I will continue to watch it like a hawk. That's what I need to do. And in the meantime, work on that alerting system, because that will help for sure. All right, everyone. I see that we're way past what we normally allow during a backtest session, but it's only 50 minutes extra. What's the fuss? tomorrow there won't be any webinar for Smart Money Concept. So we'll be back on Thursday for the quick scan session, TA scanner session using the new scanner. So if you're interested in the new scanner, see how that works, then check back in on Thursday. It's a really nice scanner. It works really well. And we'll be trading it live with real money. Real money. Yeah. No backtesting. Real trading in a short amount of time. Not the best scenario, but we're doing it anyway because it's fun. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Roman, thank you for joining me. Well, and I say that hopefully I'll be there because my wife is closing in on 39 weeks pregnancy. So I could be called any minute to have to go home and deliver a baby. Well, I don't have to deliver a baby. That's my wife's job, but I just have to, I don't know. I just have to catch it, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, thank you too.
Keep an eye out on the channels. We'll be notifying you there if there's new videos coming out.
Okay.
Thank you for watching and see you all on the next one.
Goodbye.